thank you. Yours too.
Fucking retro, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I remember years ago, Dave Taylor's trial car was in Darren Woods.
Yep.
I got a KX500.
Oh, right, okay, nice.
It's like sitting on a fucking wild boar.
So, well, there you go. So, out on our own again today. Heading down to Hawkhurst to do a couple of lanes I've never done before. I spotted them a while back. I'm sure people know about them, but they're on the map. I spotted them a while back, but I've never been down there to do them. So I'm going to head down that way and have a look, see what they're like. I'm sure if I look they're on YouTube, but I don't want to do that. I want to pretend I'm discovering them for myself, right? So, it's a bit of a sad start to this bit, but here we go. Beginning of the year, I lost my mum. She was transferred from the hospital to this place here, because she needed 24-hour care, and my dad being in his 80s, and me working and all that sort of happy stuff, we couldn't look after her the way she needed. So, she was transferred here. And you know, you're them horror stories that you hear about nursing homes and care homes? Well, this place was wonderful. The staff, the nicest, kindest, most attentive, just wonderful people. And I couldn't say better things about them. My mum, for her last week, was in here, and they treated her with every bit of respect and care you could ever hope for. But anyway, so while I was here, looking after her, or sitting with her when she was sleeping, because basically that's all she was doing when she was here, I was cruising through the maps, and I noticed there's a green lane right behind. I mean, you know, it's what you do, you've got to fill your time sometimes. So I thought I'd come down and have a look at it. So this is where we are, Hawkhurst. if we can find it. Somewhere down here on the right, according to the map. Maybe where that corner is. Maybe that's it there. There it is. Looks like it's been typed 1, so it's probably not very interesting. But there you go. WC233. You can look it up on the map, I guess. But I came out on my own because, well, I'm a bit sad today, so I thought I'd get out and in the countryside. Just type 1, probably all the way. I hate type 1. I understand why they use it, but it is awful. Oh, tarmac. I didn't look it up on YouTube before I come down here because, well, I didn't really want to be honest. No, it's an old path, been paved over. Well, not all of it. Oh, there we go. Bit of mud, bit of water. More interesting. Oh, nice rut on that left hand side. Stream maybe? Steps. Interesting. A bit more interesting. More interesting than it turned out, well, a little section. And I forgot to turn the GoPro on. Well, alright, there's another couple. Well, I guess this is it. There's the byway sign. Run, little pheasant, run. What a pretty lane. Through the woods. been a lot of horses up here. Well, that's it. That wasn't too technical, was it? Nice lane though. Here's another one. Don't know what it's like. Oh, wrong gear. Bit of a rut either side. And a dog. Just what I need. All the drives have been up here. Taking it in. Cheers! See the dirty looks I got? Look how slow I'm going and easy I'm taking it. Right, I'm not causing anybody any grief. I'm not doing any damage. Hurrying along. I'm not making ruts like in 4-wheel drives. Well, that was nice. Enjoyed that one. I know it's a bit slow and unexciting for people, but I've probably said, well I know I've said before, that's not why I'm out here, especially today. Today it's just for fun. My aunt and uncle used to live up that road there. So, this is my KLX 250 S 2011. I bought it to build an ultra lightweight adventure bike, because that's, as I've said before, is more my thing than hacking down the lanes just for the sake of it. I've made a start, got a little rack, proper eBay special, but it seems to work okay. Tail tidy, because this rear end on that was huge and flabby, it was terrible. GoPro mount, phone mount. I will add a USB. I am considering adding some lights, but I don't want to put too much strain on the charging system. Lights work perfectly well. I don't know, maybe one small extra spot, we'll see. Possibly a screen, because although it does keep the it's fairly good, but you know, aerodynamic is a brick. So whatever it is, enduro, whatever you want to call them. I might add a small screen for travelling, which I can just take off when I'm not. So as I've mentioned, I'm not particularly tall, but the story goes, the bloke who owned the boat before me bought it for his wife, so she could go green laning with him. I don't think she liked it very much. She had to get up a couple of times. Didn't like the way it squirts around on the mud, being used to road bikes, and I can understand that. But it suits me alright, because I am only 5'6". It's had most of the padding taken out of the seat, and it's still relatively comfortable. And I don't know if you'll see it on this one. I can add a picture in. I think it's had a lowering link in there, because that looks longer than standard. So I can actually touch the floor on it, because these things do run fairly tall, no matter what you buy. So that's always a good thing. Right, let's carry on. Not without a key, we won't. That is a odd placement for that front brake. I expected it to be taller, loop up, so it's not quite, because it's kind of in the way like that. Chap had it before me, the cable tied it to the, but I didn't like that, so I took that off. And as I've been talking about my mum today, she kind of bought me this bike. My dad, being my dad, had all these sorts of insurance policies and all this sort of stuff. So when she did pass away, he kind of, as he said, he's the only person he's ever known to make money on a funeral. But he tried to give the money to me. I said no, of course not, Dad, you need it, I do. And he had that old dad-son argument thing. No, son, you know what I mean. If you're lucky enough to have a dad like mine, that is. So he bought me a bike instead. This came up just at the right time, and he said, well, I'll buy that, and in that way I can give you the money, you got the bike, when you sell it, you can pay me back, he said, which, you know, of course, it's a dad thing. But so really, Mum bought me this, so there you go. The only thing really, I don't know whether to clean these side panels up, because they are nicely scratched, or replace them. I got a full set of graphics sitting in the shed, so I could do it. I could update them as well. I've got the updated ones, but I don't know, because when I'm doing the travelling, my bags sit over that anyway. You don't really see it, and it is going to scratch them up some more. So don't know if it's worth it. Oh well, we'll see. I know where I am. It's just I like maps. Always have done. Always will do. I always get this one's got a clock on the dash as well. I mean, it's a very, very simple dash. What more do you need, to be perfectly honest? Kent countryside, early autumn. Leaves are just starting to change. Still dry at the moment. Look at that. I live over the top of that hill somewhere. Well, that's weird. That's my dad's friend Alan. Isn't that Morris, that moggy miner? I want to say my dad's friend Alan. He used to be, fuck it. Talking about autumn and byways, it's a time of year I like to get out on my own. It's just how it is. So, if you're really lucky, you might have some really interesting fishing videos coming your way. I know, right? Don't hold your breath. That'll be too exciting to even contemplate. Look at this countryside. It's not a bad place to live. It's a fucking expensive place to live, but it's not bad.